college football. Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU, and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Red pass, it's complete. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These two teams are ballers.
And this isn't a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line. And the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball because it is a long way to the end zone. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing in zone, I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Now the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught in the backfield. It's Horton. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. To the air, it's Simpson. With the catch, it's Williams. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's good. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Breaks into the open. What a run. Gets it inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 36.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Snagged in the middle. It's Sharp. Still running at the 40. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Man, what a weapon in this offense. To have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Just a little off. Incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. A strike downfield. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. He just can't take a play off. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Hurt Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense at Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that too.
The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Durham. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
And the Tigers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, LSU! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Got it in the middle, it's Williams. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And that's why it's so important to get it to your guys quickly. That's just a simple hitch route. Because the quarterback didn't hesitate, he put it on him right away. He had space to work after he made the catch. Was able to make a defender miss and set up a nice play for the offense.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama built its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
And how frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And the returner is stopped. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting. Turning it on! They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up. And now you're having to probably dial up the throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that third and short.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Cuevas. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
They'll go up top on second and short. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a catch at the 20. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
He'll pull it on the read. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep third downs manageable for this offense.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll do it himself. Makes a man miss. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
They'll go with a direct snap. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, Pollock. I'm running it again right here on the 1-yard line.
And I think you still got 2 plays. Third down defense. All you got to do is fall forward, get that 1 yard.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown time!
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Not a lot the defense can do on that one, guys. With this tight end size, he's really difficult to defend on these crossing patterns as he gets downfield.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Look out, he's got room. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. He'll keep it on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
And when you call the quarterback sneak, you're thinking, I'm going to fall forward and get at least a yard. But Palmer, that defensive line got in there, and the QB got nothing.
Well, he's got to do a better job with the snap count, too, and try to catch the defense when they're napping. Right there, everybody was set and ready. And one more of those type plays, and this dude's losing his quarterback sneak privileges.
Here comes that Alabama offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
He'll do it himself on the draw. Got the first down and more.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Finds a soft spot in the middle. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done, and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Now on second down. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Durham. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
The Tigers will snap it on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Brown. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That is going to give that wide receiver nightmares, man. He was wide open. I don't know if there was a coverage bust on the back end, but that is a play that this dude needs to make.
The Tide crowd roaring noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Cuevas. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Lewis.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Right down the boulevard. It's good. They're now up by a touchdown at 20-13.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Adams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears-like in their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got so many guys that we could name like Spears that you just mentioned, like Booger in the past that put on that purple and gold, look good, big physical guys that fill out them uniforms and eat quarterbacks.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Off play action. He's going for the big play. Another incompletion on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Grabbed over the middle, it's Durham. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking for space, it's Durham. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. The short hands, it's Anderson. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
The give out of the gun. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Under fire. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It is good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And
that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Try to get it to the edge. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's tire country.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cuevas. There he goes! Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Got a man. It's Williams. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Makes the grab. It's Miller. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And that's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. He'll keep it himself. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. Lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Fielded in the end zone. It's Anderson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The give to the back. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. The dominance on the defensive front reminds me of Jonathan Allen against Mississippi State in 15. Had like 3 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, and 7 solo stops.
And it reminds you of every Alabama defense you watch. This is a team that they are going to stop the run. If you run the ball with success, they're going to bring more guys and be more aggressive, and you can tell they're not going to let this running game get going.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes that Alabama offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Finds his man, it's Bernard. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The give to the tailback. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Now they'll run the draw. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to seal the edge on the right. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
All right, offensively, you're not having a lot of success right now running this thing to the perimeter. The defense was there. They were ready for that. You made one guy miss. They still got you for a TFL. You might have to think about getting back to running between the tackles now.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll look to pin him deep. A low line drive and not his best work. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Using his legs, it's Durham. At midfield, he's got room. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. He'll pull it on the read. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys. They've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback and the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big pass.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. With the catch, it's Durham. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The play action fake. Unloads it left. Got a man. It's Bernard. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
How do you not love to see that when your cornerback gets in the run fit, when he's not scared to come up and tackle? A lot of those guys, they can be prima donnas. They don't want to tackle. Nice job seeing it. And as soon as that thing's pitched, you could tell, man, he pulls the trigger and makes the tackle for the loss.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. Makes the grab. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Cuevas. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Touchdown, Bama! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Anderson. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Offense in a bunch formation. To the air, it's Nussmeier. He lofts one down the sideline. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. This time he's got it. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
LSU getting set on first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Pulls it in, it's Anderson. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
They'll run the sneak for it. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Plucks it out of the air. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were. That's why they got the first down.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And some room to work. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. The give as they work on that clock. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Looking to throw it, Simpson. The short hands, it's Bernard. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Cuevas. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, I can't do that here, right? I got the football, I got the lead, the clock is my friend, and now I cough it up. Offense have to understand the situation, have to understand I got to get to the ground. I can make sure I don't fight for extra yards. I make sure I don't fumble, costly fumble.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Tigers. Fit it in the window for the score.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Horton. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. The quick out. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. That's caught. It's Williams. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bernard. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Motion from the back. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
PAT unit on the field. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Got his man quickly. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, this is a big third down coming up. What is this offense going to lean on? They've tried the run, they've tried the pass. Hasn't been great. They've got to put something together here trailing the fourth quarter.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.